Do I even remember how to do reaction videos anymore? What? Healthcare is free? College is free? What is this, Botswana? What is going on here? What is this, bro? What is up, guys? You are tripping with Jay. My name is Jay, and welcome to the channel. And if this is your first time here, we are starting travel reaction videos once again. So we are back at it again. And if you love finding information mainly about Africa, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as we love to react to videos specifically about Africa. But let's kind of revamp things before we begin, okay? So in order for me to not be demonetized again by YouTube, what the reaction videos will be like going forward is mainly me talking about a specific part of the video and clips of the video. So you guys will have to go and look at the full video on your own, and I'll link it in the description box below so we can credit the original content creators. And we are throwing it back with our boy, Wode Maya. And today's video is titled "The Africa You Don't See on TV." And he is in the country of Algeria. I believe Algeria is one of the largest countries within Africa. I don't know much about it beyond it being predominantly a Muslim country and very closed off from visitors. So let's go ahead and watch. And of course, guys, go subscribe to Wode Maya's YouTube channel and support the original content creators. So let's go ahead and react.
Hello everyone, I'm Amina. Welcome to Algeria, the largest country in Africa.
Oh, it's the largest, okay.
I'm so excited to tell you a lot about this beautiful country. In this country, you will see diversity everywhere, in food, in people, in culture, accent, everything.
Whoa.
He's Algerian, man. Are you Algerian? You Algerian? Oh, wow.
Without forgetting about the Algerian treasure, which is its desert.
Whoa.
I made it to the most famous desert in the entire world. The world's largest hot desert.
Bro, look at that desert. It looks extremely expansive and humongous. It looks beautiful, man. Look, it reminds me of like a little bit of Namibia.
I've heard about the Sahara Desert. I've learned it in the book, and I can't believe that I made it for the first time ever, man.
The Algerian population is about 45 million. We speak Arabic and Berber, and also we can speak French because of the colonial story.
Dude, look at the architecture in Algeria. Look at that building. It looks like it's being held up by 3 pillars, and you can see the ocean. It looks like a very vibrant city. And a lot of YouTubers don't really travel to Algeria because it's extremely difficult to do so. So I'm glad that Wode Maya is getting the opportunity to go, not only go there, but also feature the country on his channel. And I know he's going to be making a few more videos from Algeria. So I'm looking forward to reacting to those videos with you guys as well.
It would be nice to have some other African people on here.
Wow, I didn't even know Algeria was that multicultural. To not only I think when I think of Algeria, right? I think it because of its proximity to Morocco and Egypt, you get more of the fairer skinned, fairer colored Muslims. But then we see a darker skinned Muslim in Algeria, and he was born there. So it appears that Algeria has, of course, a majority of fairer skin, but they also have a lot of darker skinned Algerians as well, which is a surprise to me.
I just said that I wish I was black. Yeah, she said, yeah. Especially for me because I am not that white and I am not that black. So I always wish I was black. Because they are pretty. You have really pretty women.
Yeah, I found like your skin is so pretty, so glowy.
It's like shining.
Yeah.
I got a shining skin.
That's a crazy way to look at it. I've never heard anyone describe like darker skin like that before, like as it being shiny and something that they actually want. That is very, very interesting coming from an Algerian.
So would you say this is the oldest part of Algeria?
Yeah, this is the oldest part.
It kind of gives me like Brazil, like favela vibes a little bit, right? Chat, it looks like it kind of gives like that type of vibe, but it kind of goes to show you like the architecture or the influence of different cultures around the world from Europeans, like around the world. They went to different countries, of course, but it looks like it's giving favela vibes.
It's been almost 6 decades since Algeria won independence after 132 years of French colonial rule. And even though the era was marked by torture, murder, looting, and the rage of identity, France still won't apologize for its colonization of Algeria. In the first 3 decades of French conquest in Algeria, 100,000 French settled in the country. During this time, it's estimated that 500,000 to 1 million Algerians out of a total population of 3 million died because of war, disease, and famine. In 2018, France admitted that during the war, France passed laws which allowed forces to detain suspects and systematically torture them. The torture included waterboarding, electrical shocks, being buried alive, being thrown from helicopters, and sexual assault and rape.
Il y a eu le premier guillotiné avec la machine qui coupe les têtes, c'est Ahmed Zabana. Il y a eu d'autres guillotinés derrière. Il y a eu des fusillés. Il y a eu l'événement du 17 octobre 1961 qui a marqué la sombre page de l'histoire de l'humanité. Des milliers d'Algériens jetés dans la Seine, morts noyés. Il y a eu les fours crématoires, où on a brûlé des Algériens dans des fours crématoires, où on a massacré des enfants, des bébés.
Bro, children?
Les pires atrocités qu'ait commis cette puissance coloniale.
Bro, this is why I love kind of like pivoting back to reactions again, because you get to kind of understand and hear about history that you honestly haven't heard about before, because mainstream media is not going to show you or even tell you about the dark history of a lot of places, a lot of countries that are nice now, right? They're nice and safe and everything now, but there are not a lot of YouTubers or mainstream media that's going to tell you about the dark history of some places, including Algeria. And I had no idea that they had the colonizers came in and started just guillotining people, bro. They like, wow, they deleted children, bro. And they just came to the country and just destroyed everything. And even though that happened to that country, to Algeria, they still managed to rebuild and actually become a functioning society after independence from France. So even after all of that, a lot of people perished during that time period. And now we get to see modern day Algeria flourish. And now it's being spotlighted by Wode Maya, one of the biggest travel YouTubers that we know on the platform. So it goes to show you that even though a lot of places around the world have very, very dark histories, what we see in modern day is what it is now, of course, but we also have to look at the history of the places that we visit and the places that we watch on TV to understand why it is what it is today, why they speak the languages they speak today, why the layout of the entire city or country looks the way that it is, or the way that the people actually look, their facial features, the way that they move with their hands, they talk with their hands. That may be a part of their culture, but that can come from a dark history. And that's what we see here in Algeria. So let's continue.
C'est ce qui a marqué l'indépendance de l'Algérie en 1962. C'est la guerre de libération nationale qui a été déclenchée un 1er novembre 1954. C'est cette lutte d'Algériennes et d'Algériens qui ont décidé de ne plus accepter d'être colonisés, d'être opprimés, d'être squattés. Vous pouvez utiliser tous les mots qu'il faut par une puissance coloniale qui s'appelle la France. La France ou d'autres pays ont colonisé toute l'Afrique.
Yep.
Ok. L'Algérie, un 1er novembre 1954, elle a déclenché sa guerre de libération nationale pour arracher son indépendance en 1960.
Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, the continent of Africa was literally split up by the reigning powers in Europe. So you have Spain, you have England, you have France, of course, and Portugal. And those four powers in Europe decided to split up Africa and take it over. And that's why you have a lot of countries in Africa, they speak French. A lot speak French, right? A lot of the countries speak French. There's one country that speaks Spanish, Equatorial Guinea. English, of course, that is going to be Zambia, South Africa. And then you have Portuguese. I think that is Angola that speaks Portuguese. If my memory serves me right, correct me down in the comments below if I'm incorrect and let me know which country speaks Portuguese in Africa. But they decided to split up Africa. So we're looking at the history of Algeria. And I honestly thought Algeria was taken over by the Arabs and not by France. I thought that was more of like the other countries in Africa, a little bit further south, but I had no clue about the French influence and colonization in Algeria. This is news to me. I love finding out new history, like new facts about history. It's awesome to me. I love it. So imagine this continental country. In every inch of its soil, there is a drop of blood shed for this freedom. Your dowry is expensive, Algeria. Whoa, that is deep, bro. That is a deep comment, bro. Holy man. After watching this video so far, and what am I putting this comment up, bro? Like this is heavy, bro. This is super heavy. Wow, bro, look at these drone shots, bro. Like, this is Africa, guys. This is Africa. A lot of people don't get to see this. Mainstream media is not going to show you this. They're going to show you like the the worst parts of Africa. People living in huts, flies going around kids that are starving in Africa. They're not going to show you this, bro. Look at this. They're more developed than some cities in America. Look at this. Look at, bro, that natural landscape is insane. Look at this, bro. Look at this cityscape right here. You be hard pressed to convince somebody this isn't in Europe. And this is in Africa, bro. Look at that, is beautiful, bro.
It's absolutely beautiful, man. Is it like a park or a garden?
It's a garden.
I think it's both.
It's both.
It's a garden. It's a garden.
So it's not like a park and a garden within the city.
Yeah, in the middle of the city.
In the middle of the city. And
Yeah.
what is the name of this park stroke garden?
Jardin d'essai. In French, Jardin d'essai.
Yeah.
The experiment garden.
Yeah.
It's called the experiment garden.
Okay, I understand it. Like, it's a Muslim country and everything, but it appears that Algeria is not as restrictive as other countries within North Africa. So like the women, I think like wearing like covering your hair it appears to be optional in Algeria. And I didn't know that either. I thought it was a lot more restrictive, like Saudi Arabia, where women are just learning how to just getting the right to drive. So it looks like it's a little bit more liberal in Algeria. So that's interesting too.
Garden, because our government
At first, it was like to do experiences,
experiences like trees.
So that is the Tarzan tree right in front of me.
Tarzan tree?
Ooh, why is it called the Tarzan tree?
Because the film was filmed here in Algeria, in this tree.
So this is where the
What?
Tarzan is at.
Yeah,
exactly
it was
here.
here.
But that's kind of, I think it's still hilarious that they portray Tarzan as a white man. How you gonna be king of the jungle and be a white man, bro? You know that's our black dude doing that, bro.
In Algiers, and precisely in Risso, there are 5 means of transportation: the metro station, the tram station, the cable car, and cabs and buses.
It's really affordable to use the metro because one ticket wherever you're going, it's just 50 dinars, man. That's it. This metro is definitely one of the cleanest metros that I've ever used across my travels in the world. And to know that this is actually right here in Africa.
Bro, it's spotless. Y'all see this? Like, it's spotless in this metro station. Y'all ever been to like a metro station or a subway station in New York? It's filthy, bro. It's absolutely filthy. You don't even want to take it sometimes. And you see public transportation in the US, you see the stations there, homeless people, trash. And this is in the US. But you go to Africa, where people in the US think that all of Africa is the same. It's all poor and it's all like, oh, they're struggling. Oh, they're always hungry. But then Walter Maya shows you the real Africa, and it's cleaner than America. It's cleaner than in a lot of places in America. You compare this site to a New York subway station, it looks like they just reversed it. It looks like the New York should be in Africa and the Africa station should be in America. But this is reality, bro. America is a third world country with a Gucci belt on, bro. And this is further proof of that. Our country, the US is falling apart, bro. And other countries are flourishing. And people still think the US is the biggest and the baddest in the world. And governmentally, yes. But in reality, everyday life, no. And we're seeing that here.
Here I am in the bus. It's really fast, convenient, and very efficient. And the fact that you pay like a peanut just to enjoy the ride, and the ride takes you to every single corner that you're going in this country. So it's more like you can use the subway. When you get tired of the subway, you get out to connect to the tram.
It sounds like as if they want their country to be successful and have a great transportation system for the public. It sounds just like that. Man, seeing this video is really making me compare how the public transit system is in America. And I understand that the size of Algeria versus the USA is insane, right? However, the US is theoretically much more financially inept to do something like this, right? Our GDP is one of the largest on earth besides like China and Russia, right? And China's kicking our butts in public transportation. I don't know what Russia's doing, but we look at Algeria, for example, and they have a public system in their capital city that is kicking our ass here in America. And we're supposed to be the biggest and the baddest in the world. Yet we have China kicking our ass. We have Algeria kicking our ass. We have most of Europe kicking our ass when it comes to public transportation. If something like this was in America in all of our major cities and actually clean and affordable, we wouldn't even need cars on the road, bro. You take the damn subway to one of the stations and then you take a bus to like a last mile destination that you need to go to, and then you're there, bro. There wouldn't be a need for Uber unless you needed to go from door to door. But otherwise, you can use public transportation. It beats traffic if you're in LA, in the Bay Area in California, or Miami or New York. The US needs to get their stuff together, bro. We have countries in Africa that are catching up, if not beating us, when it comes to infrastructure for our citizens. What is going on in America, bro? We got countries like Algeria kicking our ass. It's crazy. America has to do better, bro.
No, tell us something that you think the world doesn't know about Algeria, or something that you think the rest of Africa can learn from Algeria.
Algeria has like a thing for maintenance. They have a maintenance culture that is a thing of envy. I recall a time I was just in front of my residence. They had renovated the road like 2 years prior, and then they're renovating it again. And I was so angry. I was like you're disturbing like the roots. But then my friend made me aware that like this is what maintenance is. You know, you switch things up, but we're not used to it. So for us, it seems like an inconvenience, but for them, it's like perpetual improvement. If you look around and you see the French architecture, these are all private buildings, but they're still maintained by the government. It's very, very interesting. So they still maintain the structures, the roads, the potholes are always filled at the end of the day. It's quite refreshing.
Bruh. See, I wasn't going to make this reaction video about like the infrastructure compared to from like Algeria to the USA. But I can only draw conclusions from my own anecdotal experiences in life. And when I see this, right, when they're obsessed with keeping things maintained, the roads nice and smooth, the buildings nice and maintained, it makes you think that if they can do it here in Algeria, what the heck is stopping them from doing it in the USA? We got so much political garbage, all of this red tape from the government to do anything to your house. If you want to add a blade of grass to your lawn, you have to get it approved by your HOA. And then your HOA has to get it approved by the city or the county. And then it has to go through approvals through the state. And then you can add one blade of grass to your front lawn. But here, the government maintains private buildings, bro, and maintains the roads here, and they look immaculate, bro. If you really look at the video, this dude is absolutely correct when he says that they're obsessed with maintenance, but you see the results of it, right? You see how clean the city is. You see how beautiful the buildings look. They look very well maintained for such an old country. And the US is considered a young country, and most of our cities look like that. What is going on, bro?
When Algeria gained its independence from France in the year 1962, 85% of the population were literally illiterate. Can you believe it?
80, did he say 85%?
Literally illiterate. 1962, 85% of the
85%?
population were literally illiterate. Can you believe it?
Whoa! Illiterate, 85%,
In the 19th
bro.
century, Algerians relied on religious schools in order to learn to write. The French disrupted these schools by taking away their source of income, all Islamic endowments, and then refusing to allocate the schools any money. This led to high levels of illiteracy, and Arabic was sidelined in school curriculums. In 1836, France opened the first Catholic missionary school in Algeria as part of a civilizing mission for a small number of children. The curriculum was entirely French.
The country had only 300 graduates. And I'm so glad the government of the day made a conscious effort to educate its citizens. And as of today, Algeria can boast of 114 universities, and education in Algeria is free for all.
Bro, they're doing everything right. Is this not what we're like? Yo, this is crazy. They went from 85%. Let me get this straight. So they went from 85% illiteracy rates to having hundreds of, they had a hella universities in the country, right? And university is free for all of their citizens. What are we doing, bro, in America? We got a lot of universities. I'm not gonna hold y'all up about that. We have a whole lot of universities, but the most prestigious universities in the US cost tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, putting a lot of people into crippling debt to get a degree in left-hand puppetry or get a degree that they don't even use now, but they're in crippling debt. I know doctors and engineers that are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And they're paying it back, of course, because they went all the way. They became a doctor, right? And they're making $250, $300K a year, right? But they're $500K in student loan debt. Why do we need to do that? Why can't we do what Algeria is doing and look at them as an example to make university free in America? Do you not understand how many more doctors, how many more engineers, how many more mathematicians, if I can say it right, how many more scientists we'll have, how many more scholars we would have if we made university free for everybody? That it would literally make it would literally turn the USA, the infrastructure here in the US, it would make it having 180-degree change in a single generation if we implemented the changes that Algeria is doing right now, and it's working. We are literally seeing the things that the US has always wanted to do, like these lofty goals that seem impossible for the US to do. Free university, great public transit, clean cities. They're doing it right now. And we're seeing it in video form. What's going on in the US, bro?
So you're more like a student?
Yes, I'm a student.
Is it really true that education is free in this country?
Yes, education is free, so is healthcare, so is a lot of other things. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's,
so it means
I'm
that
jealous.
You never paid for anything being in school?
No, you don't. You don't pay for anything.
You didn't pay?
Look, they pay you to study here. The government adds you more money.
Are you serious? It's just like Botswana, eh?
Yeah.
You get paid to go to school?
Yeah, the government pays you some more money to be at school. More money after the tuition and everything.
This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow. Have you collected your stipends this week?
It's monthly, but
so maybe I can get a share, man.
What? Healthcare is free? College is free? What is this, Botswana? What is going on here? What is this, bro? This is the reason why the US government does not want you to travel to a lot of countries in Africa. They tell you it's dangerous. Don't travel there. But they got the citizens getting free healthcare, free education, affordable public transit that's clean, efficient, and quick. That was for the USA. That sound effect was for the USA. The USA is taking a huge L right now. And I don't the direction that the government is taking the US right now, it'll never be like Algeria. It'll never be like Botswana. It'll never be like that. The direction that we're going now is literally an about face to what Algeria is doing. Like, it's the total opposite. And I think we may be too far gone to bring it back to something akin to what Algeria has right now. And that's the issue that I have with the USA. Because countries overseas are kicking our butts in almost every single aspect. In government, in infrastructure, in education, in medicine, in healthcare. They're whooping our butts in every single corner. And there's going to come a time where people around the world, it's happening right now, right? That they're going to realize that the US has nothing to fight with other than, like, of course, like weapons, right? The US is not the biggest and the baddest anymore. This is why they're trying to change the petrodollar off of the US dollar, right? If we want to get political about it, this is why they're trying to break away and they formed BRICS to get off the US dollar as being the gold standard for the world, because the dollar is becoming weaker and weaker because we keep printing too much of it. It devalues the dollar. We're not the biggest and the baddest anymore. There are other countries that are whooping our butts, and we're seeing it in damn near HD 4K. And it's killing me. It's killing me that the USA can't be like this. I would love it, bro. Free healthcare, free college, clean, affordable public transportation. It's a pipe dream for the US citizens here, man. But it's a reality for Algerians. This is crazy.
After finding myself in here, I've changed my mind. This is Africa, yeah?
Oh, yeah. This is the real Algeria. Honestly, I don't even think any other YouTuber has showed this part of Algeria before. I think the most I've seen is them just going to Algiers and not exploring anything outside of that, because it's difficult to get here. It took them 8 hours plus on a bus to get here. So I understand why other YouTubers won't show this part of Algeria, and Wodamaya is going out of his way to show us this. So I'm so happy that he's doing this, man. Shout out to Wodamaya, bro. Go subscribe to Wodamaya's YouTube channel.
So I really want to educate you about the tribes in Wegla, how it came to existence.
So basically, Wegla was like a pass by where they used to do commerce.
Okay.
Okay. So the original people who lived there here were Algerian and Aztec Berber.
Okay.
Okay. So since like everyone was coming and passing by, some of them stayed here. They came from Sudan, Yemen, Mauritanian. It's like it was a mix. Then when the French occupation came here, they divide them to 3 tribes. It's Bni Sisin, Bni Ibrahim, and Bni Wagin.
Oh, so that's the map right there. So they have the tribes right there, it looks like. And it's crazy. It kind of makes you want to wonder, like, what would Africa look like without colonialism from Europe, right? So what would Africa look like without any European influence? Like, would it all just be one continent where they can travel freely? Because it used to be like that, right? Before the Europeans came and took over Africa and split it up, you could travel from one end of Africa to the other without showing your passport or anything. If you guys do your history, do your research, before all of that, they could literally go anywhere they wanted within Africa. It was literally a pan-African continent. And it really makes you want to wonder, what would it look like without that influence, bro? They would probably be a lot more wealthy, because Africa is literally the wealthiest continent on planet Earth, with the most diamonds, the most gold, silver, all of these precious metals, oil. The majority of it is in Africa. And Africa has been exploited for decades, if not centuries. And the people that actually reside in Africa don't reap the benefits of the people exporting this stuff outside of Africa. And that's why Africa is so poor, because it's being exploited. And it makes you wonder, what would it look like without European influence? Bro, I wish I had like a what if machine. I wish, bro. I would love to see a one Africa where everybody has money. It will probably be like Dubai or Saudi Arabia, or even better, because Africa has more resources than both of them combined. So I guess we can imagine it like that, a Saudi Arabia or a UAE, and that will be Africa without European influence.
If you made it to this far, thank you for watching. Have you liked the video? Subscribe and be part of this awesome family.
Oh, that was so good.
In the next video. My name is Wodamaya.
Bro, that was so good, Wodamaya. That was so good. Guys, that was so good. That was such a good video. And I miss I miss watching Watermaya's videos. I don't really have time to watch his videos like I used to when I was doing my reactions before. But now that I'm back doing reactions, I'm making time to watch his videos again. And that, oh my gosh, bro, I understand why Watermaya is him, bro. Watermaya is him. That was such an amazing video, guys. And I highly encourage you guys to click on the link in the description box below to see the full video, because that is worth every single minute of your life used to watch that video. And of course, the reaction that I just did is a compliment to the video, but bro, go watch the full video on Watermaya's YouTube channel. It is well worth it. All right, guys, that's it. We are back to doing travel reaction videos. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more. And we got some more surprises in store. So make sure you subscribe. You hit that bell notification. And thank you guys for bringing back. Well, it's a request from you guys, man. You guys wanted the reaction videos back. I had to figure out a way to dance around YouTube's rules to make sure that I'm not reusing somebody else's content. I'm literally commenting on specific parts of the video and encouraging people to go watch the full video on their own. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Jay. You've been Tripping with Jay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And there are a whole bunch of ways to support the channel below, including supporting the podcast, the Tripping with Jay podcast. And there is merch now, guys, with a redesigned logo you see here in the corner. And 10% off for the first couple of orders. Go ahead and use the links down below to support the channel, guys. Look forward to more reaction videos coming your way, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.